Go ahead.
Hi, this is the Mark and David movie review. My name is David.
And I'm Mark.
Last night we went to the Cinemark Theater in Music, PA to see Transformers Dark of the Moon. This is our review of it. So Mark?
Mine'll be easy. You know, I mean, being that I'm 34, I grew up with Transformers, had the toys, watched the cartoons, but I never really was a ridiculous fan, like followed it through the years. So, you know, I enjoyed the first one a lot. When it first came out, I thought it was great. Second one to me was just okay, average. This one was an improvement on the second one. Didn't reach the heights of the first one. A lot of great action, special effects. Very exhausting movie. You really felt like, oh my God, finally. It just like it drained you with all the, action and stuff that was going on. Definitely worth seeing. I didn't get to see it in 3D, but I heard it was pretty cool in that. But yeah, I think it was definitely worth seeing. I definitely would rather see Megan Fox back in the role of Shia LaBeouf's girlfriend. The one they put in this one was just kind of average. She really didn't do anything, but it was still a fun movie. Other positives, I said, it was beginning sequence. I guess when they tied it in with all the Apollo moon landings was really neat. Very cool. I like that. That's probably might have been the best thing in the movie. It never really was boring. It never lagged, but the time was a little bit long. I mean, it was probably about 2.5 hours, if not more. Probably could have trimmed a little of the fat on it. I think probably the length of it, and just some of the stupid, childish humor with the two little robots was just silly. But besides that, it was still a fun, entertaining movie. Definitely recommend it, to see, especially in the theaters. I'd probably give it about between 3 and 3.5 stars out of 5. I mean, I said mine is easy. Now let Dave take over. He's a Transformer nut.
Well, I've been a G1 fan since it debuted, right to the ending. Collected all the DVD videos. I had the original toys that really didn't take care of them very well. I have an Optimus Prime toy, and it didn't really last that long. The original 2008 Transformers. Really, when I saw it in the theater, it looked to me that the robots that looked to me like a starving artist put together, and not until I listened to the commentary did I even realize they were CGI. And the robots didn't really impress me, but the Transformers alone and Shia LaBeouf was pretty good. Same with Wiki. Honestly, okay, when it came to Megan Fox as Michaela, SX does not sell me in any movie or television whatsoever. It didn't, honestly. I was watching for the Transformers alone. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen followed up more of the cartoon storylines. I was more impressed with that movie, and that became a 3.5. Watched a lot more than the first one. Now with Dark of the Moon, and I read that Michael Bay, it seemed like he was rushed into filming that one. The date alone, the producers asked when he said, okay, July 11th, they took it to 2011, and he wanted to get it by 2012. It seemed like it was rushed, and he extended the time and put a lot. Yeah, he put a lot of material in, and that material I saw either should have been on a cutting room floor, deleted. A lot of it did not belong. It's why it took so long. Now, I took a lot of notes down. I really had to go over this one. Positives to me were, yes, the NASA story, great scenes, and they were talking to G1, the cartoon references, the character references, where they did a great job. Patrick Dempsey, who's known for Grey's Anatomy, played the human traitor. There's spoilers for this review. His story, the human traitor story, should have been stretched. That should have been the majority of the story. Not knowing he would become a traitor, that should have been like a finale. That would have been the big shock of the movie, rather than what became the shock was Sentinel Prime's being the traitor. My mouth dropped open. I was absolutely shocked at that. I really have to go into the negatives. I'm sorry, the negatives of this movie. Carly. Yes, the name's from the G1 cartoon. And I said I did not like Megan Fox for Michaela, and they had to pick a blonde. and they said the girl had spent too much time with her image. My favorite scene in the whole movie was toward the ending. And this is a spoiler, that she says right at the Megatron's face, if you're going to let Sentinel Prime take over, you're going to be a bitch. That was my favorite shot. The whole movie. There was too much of Skippy outfit and a talk, and there's an opening bed scene with them. It didn't belong in a science fiction movie. Sentinel Prime, they definitely copied off the sort of Alpha Trion from the G1 series. And my mouth dropped open in shock when he announced that he was defecting when the ship left Cybertron. A defection that he was becoming a Decepticon and made a deal with Megatron to save Cybertron, heck with Earth. I was in absolute shock. Optimus Prime ended up taking out all the major characters: Shockwave, Megatron, Sentinel Prime, with Megatron's a little bit of help. I felt selfish on Prime's part. It wasn't all the rest of the Autobots. It wasn't a tag team. I felt Prime was selfish on that. He had to do it all by himself. I'm going to get the rating. As much as I love the Transformers, I'm being generous. I was going to give it a 2. I'm giving generous a 3. I honestly couldn't. I don't think I could. On DVD, I would fast forward each Transformer scene. One of the big disappointments of this movie is the beginning, where Sam apparently is kept away from the Transformers. That an FBI record. He's in trouble. That he can't even get a job. He should have been a liaison to the Autobots. And said their storyline, their scripting for him, it was horrible. I would fast forward and watch the scenes of the Transformers, the battle scenes. It looked like something out of Terminator, the way the Decepticons attacked Chicago. And talking about Chicago, they kept referencing Trump Tower. It'd been fantastic if they see Donald Trump for 5 seconds running out of his building. That'd been great. The best, the unknown cameo was Buzz Aldrin. I had to look up IMDb.com and find out that was a real Buzz Aldrin. For the big weights for this movie, too long a movie. I would only watch the Transformers alone. The storylines for each character were dragged. I'm being generous, giving it a 3. It should be a 2. And they should recut to a lower time, less time on the female character Carly. And it's the same thing with Michaela in the first 2. They spend too much time on her, and it should have been Transformer time. So what do you think of my view of this?
Well, you're more of a Transformer fan than I am. You grew up more with them.
The second one followed up with the cartoon story. This one attempted to, but what they did with Sam dragged too long. It was very upsetting. Yeah, this third movie was ending. Is definitely a finale. The last movie. I was very upset with how this movie turned out. I was very upset. I was holding this. I wasn't going to post it on Facebook, and I was waiting. I announced that I was going to do a video review and wait to announce my rating of it. I was very disappointed.
It's kind of what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be better than the second, and it wasn't. It wasn't as good as the first. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, I guess some of the effects were very impressive, but there really wasn't anything mind-blowing about it. It wasn't Michael Bay's film. Michael Bay does his movies the way he always does it. It wasn't one of his best, but it wasn't his worst. It was like right in the middle. Would I recommend it? Yes. I mean, when I say for people who like that type of thing, yes.
Would you watch it again a couple of more times?
Yeah, I definitely would watch it again. I thought it was entertaining enough to watch it again. Was it a classic? No. Was it fantastic?
It was designed to end it. So it was designed as an ending to end the trilogy. There definitely will not be a fourth.
Really?
I doubt it.
I can't.
And then we both agreed it was enough. There's definitely one thing we agree on when we were talking about. leaving the theater, it had an abrupt ending.
Yeah,
there was no monologue. We do agree there was an abrupt ending, and you knew that there was too much death and robot damage, and
there'll be another one. No matter how.
Or another director takes over.
It might be a new director, but there definitely will be another one.
For someone who's a major Transformer fan, the great effects, great sound, the characters, some of the characters. I was very we waited for waiting to see us in the theater, and I was I think it's plus the length of this movie, the characters, they took too long on their stories, and spent more time. Yes, spent more time on the Transformers. They spent so much time doing a Decepticon attack. It looked like something out of Terminator.
The attack was pretty neat, though. It was very impressive. They didn't hold back that much.
The one different thing was missing was they announced that it wasn't highly promoted, that Unicron, I believe, was like a centipede type robot that was sprawling and crushing the building with the teeth. That I picked on had to be Unicron. But it was never announced. It was never said.
That was really neat. I like that part. Like I said, it was a good summer movie. It wasn't. I mean, going off the subject, if you want to go see, if you haven't seen a movie at the summer, go see X-Men First Class. That was the best movie I've seen this summer so far.
It was pretty good. A lot of characters you don't even some you know the characters, some you don't.
That was my most enjoyable movie I've seen this summer. Except now I said Harry Potter's coming in like less than 2 weeks. That might take the cake.
When just before we saw Transformers: Dark of the Moon, they also announced a remake cartoon of Thundercats, which is a favorite of mine. I'm really waiting that one.
I would like to see live action on that.
Thanks
they
for
full out on that. That could be I don't think they're ever going.
Oh, I'll definitely get the DVD to finish the trilogy. I might maybe watch it once to see again. Definitely hoping for commentary.
All right, here's a question. Let's say you're not a Transformer fan like you are. Watch it just a biased person who likes movies. You think you give it a higher rating?
Say it again?
If you were not a Transformer
If I wasn't a Transformer
would you think your rating would be higher, just as a regular action science fiction movie?
If I didn't know the story and characters,
as much as you do,
I would say so.
Okay.
I would say so. How the writing and scripting, you need more. Like a 2 would be needed improvement. Needed a cutting and rescripting, rewriting. I just was disappointed at the story of the characters. I was disappointed in that. He does always done a great job on CGI work, the action, the explosions. Michael Bay's awesome at that. I was very upset of how these certain character stories. I was very upset with it.
All right. Well, I'll close that out. Maybe we'll have another one before the summer's over.
Okay, thanks for watching.